Evening and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. If you do appreciate my content, please consider dropping a like and subscribe. It's actually very helpful for my channel. Now, today I'd like to delve a bit deeper into the Bitcoin ETF from Blackrock. This has made the news in the past few weeks. It's been one of the major reasons for the pump that we've been seeing. And what do I believe it's going to happen? Now, BlackRock, when they bring an ETF for approval, their success rate is above 99%. I think it's 99.7, around that mark. It's pretty much a sure thing. We all know that BlackRock, although a private institution, works as a front for government agencies and quasi-government entities like the Fed. So believe me, it's a big thing. Now, there are two theories around this. Number one is, okay, with Bitcoin ETF managed by BlackRock, this is pretty much the preparation for CBDCs. So the institutionals will come in, particularly the ones very close to the government, and will start controlling Bitcoin, which in theory should be a competitor to the CBDCs and to the dollar or the euro in general. Hence, it's better to squash it or to control it instead of leaving it to the people like you and me. That's one of the theories. The other theory is, this is what we've been waiting for. The arrival of a way for big money to be part of the ecosystem and essentially to pump our bags. Now, some purists will say that they are in crypto for the tech. That's all a lie. They are in crypto for money like everybody else. I mean, blockchain is not even a very good technology in the sense that, of course it has certain advantages, but it's actually, if you look at it, it's a pretty slow kind of database that lives in the internet. But it does offer some things like censorship resistance, self-custody of your assets, etc. But in general, if you'd really be here for the technology, then you'd be ecstatic when Ethereum goes down. Why? Because Ethereum becomes more useful as if you will, as a form of a supercomputer when the pricing of the token is lower. However, everyone wants Ethereum to go up. So that should show you immediately. The validators want it, the founder wants it, the participants want it. So that should tell you immediately, like, nobody's here for the tech. Now, what do I think about the Bitcoin ETF? Look, 2017, the top of the bull market was exactly the CME futures for Bitcoin. This will be, I can tell you right now, I'm telling you, it's not even approved. But if it's going through, I can tell you right now, it's going to be a huge buy the rumor and a huge sell the news event. So actually, when it happens, it's going to mark a major top. Now, will it be a top for the ages? Or will it be a temporary top? In the sense that, okay, you may put in a top, 6 months of down sideways, and then we go up again. Or is it going to mark the top of the bull market like the CME futures did? Now, difficult to say. Depends on the timing of when the ETF comes out. So if the ETF, and it's not going to be the only one, by the way, but it's the more prominent one. If it comes out either before or around the time of the Bitcoin halving, which is already a buy the rumor, sell the news event in and of itself, then I think there's a good chance that we still go for a run in 2025. If it comes out, let's say December 2024, for example, or early 2025, I think that will be the top. And I mean, I would be very glad to be wrong on it. It will be very helpful for me if I'm wrong on it, but I'm planning accordingly, which means, maybe when the ETF comes out, I will push half my portfolio into stablecoins. Then if it keeps going up, half my bags are good enough to create generational wealth. If it goes down, I'm protected. So to me, it's a win-win scenario. Why will it be generational wealth for me? Because I've been accumulating very heavily in 2022 and even now in the depression areas. Not Bitcoin and Ethereum. I do believe there's an ecosystem which is better than those, or at least offers more potential. But that's my point. I don't need a 20,000 times my money. If it does 100 times to 200 times, I'm already doing very well. That's the key. But as for the ETF coming in, the ETF in and of itself, it's the opposite of why crypto was invented. Crypto was invented to remove counterparty risk. So in that sense, introducing counterparty risk, and such a nefarious one, if you will, or at least very close to government, I don't like it on that perspective. Although I think it will indeed pump everybody's bags, I do believe it will be good in the short term. I think it will be bad in the long term. Now, how do I know it's going to be a huge sell the news event when the ETF comes out? Very simple. People inside Blackrock that knew that they were going to apply for the ETF already bought. They already bought Bitcoin when it was 15K, 16K, 17K, because they knew the ETF was coming out. And so, when it's going higher and higher, as we approach the date, as people buy the rumor, as people like you and me fall for that trick, they will start selling. And the question is, how strong will be the sell? That is a very good question. I don't think that's as important as when will it happen. If it happens sometime before March 2024, I do think we still go for a run in 2025. If it happens after 2024, particularly the further after it happens, let's say quarter 3, quarter 4, 2024, there is a very good chance that's going to mark the top. So I really hope I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but I do see it as a very good possibility, unfortunately. So that's my take, and to be seen. I don't think it's going to stop at Blackrock. I've seen also Deutsche Bank, MasterCard, Fidelity moving into the space. Some degree is good, some degree is bad. Oh, and very importantly, I do think the Bitcoin ETF will have a huge impact on Ethereum. Why? Because it's pretty much, it's going to be guaranteed that an Ethereum ETF will come out at some point later. Not in this cycle, but almost definitely for the next cycle. So in that sense, if Bitcoin has its run, Ethereum should also follow up and have its own run. So that's my take, guys, and see you in the next one.